All right, so the Sweet 16 box for the crew cab back seat, sit in the center of the back seat. I'm at the point now where I was ready to epoxy the side panel. And I originally had this idea, as you can see, a decal Sweet 16. And the truck is a diesel crew cab. I nicknamed it Shake and Bake as a memorabilia, memento, whatever to Talladega Nights. I thought that was a funny movie. So, keeping in that uh, path, motif, I had thought of, you know what, I'm going to make a couple of like memes and put it under the epoxy. So I went and had two memes printed. This was one of them. Cal is saying, I'm a little confused by your tactics. Um, and that was a funny reference to who would possibly put 16 4-inch subs and make a box. So I thought it was funny. But after I did it, I had a couple of problems. A, I don't like it. The Sweet 16 is fine and looks, the black is great, the epoxy is great, well, at least part of it. And but the picture looks horrible. It just takes away from it too much. Too distracting because I think it's kind of a nice box. Not only that, but yeah, I used regular paper and the paper rolled up while the epoxy was wet, and then the paper got wet. And you see that little ridge right there? Oh, it gets worse. Um, yeah, the paper rolled up, and it rolled up enough where it's coming out of the raised in the epoxy. Okay, so and then you see that it's got ripples. So I don't know much about epoxy, and hopefully somebody watching this does. But here's my plan. Uh, I need to fix that. Number one. Now, I thought some people sand and buff epoxy. Well, my sanding and buffing has never been my forte. Never works out to my benefit. So I didn't want to do that. So the next thought is, okay, pour some more epoxy and get rid of it. But you got the lumps. Now the epoxy's self-leveling, but I also don't like the picture. So I'm thinking of running a piece of tape across this at the edge of this picture. I want to keep the Sweet 16. Run a piece of tape across there and tape off the box and spray black over the picture. Spray black. Then pour the epoxy after the paint dries. Pour the epoxy but I'm thinking you're still going to see the ripples. I'm almost thinking I'm going to have to pour a layer of epoxy to get above, to get a smooth surface, then paint it black, then pour another thin layer of epoxy. And somebody please chime in and tell me if that last plan is a go-to plan. And then what I'm going to do on the other side is just do the Sweet 16 just like that, nothing else. Black, Sweet 16, and epoxy it in, and just leave it like that. I'm not going to do the picture on either side. I want to get rid of that. So tell me what you think, what you know, who you can direct me to, or just say, no, that won't work. Oh, yeah, that will work, or this will work. So that's it. Have a good day.